everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we have an offense that keeps itself on the field. The Rams are top 10 in converting third down opportunities, and they'll be up against that Jets defense looking to knock that conversion rate down.
All right, we appreciate it, Larry. It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Los Angeles Rams. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's his target, the tight end, Will Tye. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he's brought down. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
First carry for Amir Abdullah, and he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now Mack, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It goes as a loss of 6, and now third down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result, because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him, sat there waiting for him and made the play.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Charles. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They'll run with Mack. Oh, nice move. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 2nd down and 4. They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have taken a first quarter lead.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Check, 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 check. crashing. He's checking crash.
Check it backer, check it backer. Watch the edge.
Check. Crunch. Crunch.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
Super 66.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen, and I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque there.
I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people said, hey, that's too much, too far, and maybe it is early, but I think this guy has a chance of fulfilling that.
Super 66.
3rd and long. It's gone. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Room here to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
They'll try the air now with Goff. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
He'll look to throw. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number one. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number two here. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. On fourth down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Let's go!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll run again. This time it's Abdullah. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Able to slither by. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expecting to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. That'll set them back 5. And back at the 8 now. 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack. And now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
And Catanzero's kick is right through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So 3 points is the outcome, but probably not what they're looking for given the drive that they were on.
Yeah, things were looking good. You had it 1st and goal, but then the offense sputters a bit, and they're forced to settle for a field goal.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They'll run it now out of the gun. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. So 3rd and medium here, 3rd and 5. Now Goff. He's going to air one out. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. This is taken at the 15. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met. Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit him over the top.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. No. Check, Patriot. Detroit.
They're going to look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys always taught find the first down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? guard the first down line, make sure they don't get there, and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. On first down, gone toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So 2nd and 10 here.
Super! Super! Orange. Like it, orange.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing on third, Goff. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 37, and they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Here we go now.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And a good hit there and knocked down hard. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll drop the throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
It's a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they get the field goal near the end of the first half to expand that lead.
Yeah, that's got to feel good, but they can't let up. Now on the kickoff, they've got to make sure they don't give up a big return or big yardage to set up the other team for one last chance to score themselves.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And the Rams getting set to go now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Muhammad Wilkerson. With a great push up front, he picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Goff. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
So possession goes over here on the punt. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses have a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
He'll look to throw. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for New York. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that. I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. And that'll be incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target. Third down here.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. From the gun on third down, Goff. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Fancy footwork by Charles. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Now a first down throw. Gone. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
Watch right. Mike 54, here we go. Mike 20. Tone, fellas, let's set a tone. Check 26, check 26.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Finding some room at midfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
The Rams on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun. Gone. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Muhammad Wilkerson in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Here's Johnny Hecker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Leopard. Let's get that ball here.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Well, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. The Jets on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Going for the deep ball. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football, But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
But it's not been the best game for him. But he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off at his own 46. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Here's Mack. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 32-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. So it'll be 1st down here after the run.
Here we go.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Staying on the ground with Mack. An agile move and a nice gain, then dropped at the 25-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. A swing pass caught. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. 23 yards on the play.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it,
and he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They'll fake the give. Now gone. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Rams on third down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Goff. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a 1st. You ready for a Captain Obvious comment?
Let's go. Go with it, please.
He had the 5 picks last week. He's got to be much more pleased. Just the 1 interception. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And not only is he pleased, his entire team is. Because throwing those 5 interceptions affects everyone. That's extra work for your defense and not enough possessions for your offense. He's flipped that ratio around in this game.
No, check, Patriot, here we go. 3-19, Leopard.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Let's go. Over.
Now a carry from Mack. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And this Jets offense continues to pour it on. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, it told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
To throw on second down is gone. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. That time trying to find Gerald Everett, and it's third down.
Okay, partner, hyperbole alert, all right? I think that this has got to be the best game I've seen this secondary play this entire season. Doesn't matter whether they've been in man, zone, they've reacted, communicated, and really made plays on the football.
They absolutely have. And the play on that last deep ball, maybe the best example of it, they've been solid all game long. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Oh, yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. New York set to take the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Lucky 56. Here we go. Green, 39. Back 99, Philly. Here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
No. Check. Check 99, Philly. Here we go. Set. 319. Gone. No. Check. Patriot. Hurry up. Here we go. Over.
Back to throw here. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there, because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Now Goff on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And he'll take this one only up to about the 21. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The Rams on third down. Can you believe it? 0 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Goff. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, pass the sticks, 1st down. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Taken right around the 44. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Letting one go deep for a noon. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Goff now to throw. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off at his own 46. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about 1 game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Detroit!
That one looks like he'll throw here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 2nd down following the incompletion. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. I tell you, Charles, You play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room and get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
There's pride on the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.
2nd and 10. Goff again. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Goff. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus of the whole
that's
thing.
true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. One last throw here for Goff. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. Little insult to injury here late in the game. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two
everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features two teams looking for a win. It's the Chiefs coming in at 5-0, going up against the Vikings, who come in at 3-2.
All right, Larry, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Kansas City Chiefs. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Here we go. Green, 39.
On second down, here's Peterman. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down.
Let's go. Blue landed.
From the shotgun, Peterman. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. So on fourth down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Chiefs will have excellent. Field position here as they take over.
Here we go now.
On first down, Mahomes gets it to Gordon. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And the third down pass falls incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So they get the ball first here in front of the home crowd under the lights, and they get 3 points out of it.
And there's something about a night game, isn't there? A little extra snap, a little extra crisp in the air. What a terrific way to get things started. A little extra excitement, a little extra dazzle for the home crowd.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Now Bradford on second down. He's going to let this one go deep. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. On third down, Bradford. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. A first down throw for Bradford. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. They run the counter with Cook, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. On third down, Bradford. And that is incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. Gets past one man. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Now they'll run it on the taunts. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Okay, work with me here. Make sure I'm clear on this one. Inside their own 10-yard line, and they run a toss play. I know it works, but ordinarily that takes a lot of chutzpah to do something like that.
Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see. Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out. Working out of the gun, Bradford. And he fires one, but incomplete. I'm not sure we can spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful. And his kick here is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So this offensive unit, they've now had 3 drives, and they only have 3 points to show for it. Payoff is the key for everything. How many offenses we talk to that say we have to finish drives? Thus far, this team hasn't finished it quite the way they wanted to. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet. So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Second down now after the incompletion.
Hurry up, here we go. Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop. Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football. A toss to Cook. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's at the cornerback position.
Cook, and he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Bradford. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And now here comes Kansas City. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think they anticipate
pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Here's Dorsett. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And out now come the Vikings. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Off the play fake to Cook. Here's Bradford. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 31. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Oh, man, partner, this is something cornerbacks love to do, and that's outthink a quarterback. If you get a sense that they're going to throw a quick out route or a quick hitch, you can just lay back an extra yard or 2, but then really put your foot in the turf and drive on the football. And here I think you baited the quarterback into the throw and made it pay off.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down. Maybe a little sign of life here offensively, Charles. They get their first down. They didn't have any in quarter number one.
And I think what we're seeing is great evidence of good scouting by both teams, right? Understanding what they like to do, their best plays, try and take those away early. So now we're seeing some adjustments, and they end up getting their first down.
No, check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Set. 3-19.
On 3rd down, it's Hunt, and not much running room. Down to the 32. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And that will tie things up at 6-6. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They start the drive with Cook, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's not always as trite as that team wanted it more than the other, but on that play, it actually was true. They were faster to the ball.
On play action, Bradford. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. Now Mahomes. Now they go screen. It's complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Mahomes now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The Chiefs on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 3.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Daniil Hunter in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So we have reached halftime here with not much scoring between these two teams. 6-6 our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, so both teams have their marching orders and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Now let's go. Green 39. Detroit. Gone. Him gone. Blue 90. Leopard. Here we go.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Now let's go.
Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Second down following the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Mahomes now to throw. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man you can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
This is Hunt, and he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run, So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit. Detroit. Here we go now. Green 30. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Set.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's third down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Chiefs on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 4.
Let's go. All right, now, look at 56. Over. Set.
They'll run. This is Hunt. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on third down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed him for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
And Butker able to put this one through. We're back now in KC. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Butker now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Set. Green 39.
They'll send Gordon in motion left. And a give this time to the tailback. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On second down, here's Mahomes. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
The Chiefs on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This time they face a 3rd and 2. On play action, it's Mahomes. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. slot man moves right. They run the counter now on first down. And he is knocked down from the side at the 13-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And the big tight end shifting around. Now Hunt. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Mahomes looks to throw on third down. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's first and goal. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. Leopard! Leopard! Here we go now.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you said, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Here we go, third and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
They'll motion out one of the tight ends. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. No gain on the play, and what to do now on fourth and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Here we go, a big play in a tight game late. They're going on fourth and goal. They come out here in the eye. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Butker now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And last time, 1 play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Now Bradford. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Benny Logan in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. In search of something here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Bradford getting his guys ready. Bradford to throw. And he's going to go down again. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's Ryan Quigley now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's taken it around the 40. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Shift together here from the D-line. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Past the 20. On target over the middle to Hill. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. They give him a gain of 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
All right, now, look at 56. Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. All right, now, look at 56. Lucky 56. 52. Let's go. Detroit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. To throw is Mahomes. And oh, it'll be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Here's Bradford. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 28, and this one will be brought back to the 22. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Mahomes going to throw it here. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And this looks to probably be the final play. Now Mahomes. And it's intercepted at the goal line. William Jackson with a pick. And that will write a finish to this ball game.